Everybody ready?
Not yet.
Whenever you're ready, Kent, that's when we're ready. What bounce? Got it? All right, Coach, we'll just take your opening statement and we'll take questions.
We're thrilled to kick the season off with a victory, and a lot of young players out there for us today had to make major contributions, and so it was not a masterpiece by any means, but we are proud to get a victory. A lot as a coach that you sit there and see that you're not doing well and that you can do better, and I think everybody's always keyed up for that first game of the year. And so good to come out and win today and finally get some energy going there in the second half. And so happy for the players, and they played awfully hard there today, so happy to win.
Questions?
Do you have any indication on Elo's scope?
Some, it's a little too early to tell. It doesn't look terrible, but we don't know. We'll just have to wait till tomorrow, and I just hesitate to give you any more information than that until we can see if it swells tomorrow. And we're feeling okay about it right now, but we just don't know.
Matthew, you're now kind of the hunted instead of the hunter. Was that an indication in the first half? Maybe they got their first taste of that, a team coming after them playing?
I certainly understand that train of thought and that line of thinking. I don't think that had anything to do with the first half. The first half was we had very poor point guard play, and I don't think it's because the point guards weren't trying. I just think that it's the first game. You're trying to go out there and execute plays, and you're trying to go out and do what the coach tells you to do, and you're just a little tentative, and the post was just wide open, and we don't have to run the play. Just, the first option, we're so busy as coaches trying to put in all the options in the play, we just forget that sometimes the simple option. And that to me was it. I didn't think it was anything else but just very poor execution offensively. And so we get in at halftime and talk about that. That's what you have to do as a coach. You have to try to figure out how to help them, because nobody wanted it to be 27-20. We all wanted it to be 50-20 or whatever was in everybody's mind. So you have to lift them up and encourage them and tell them that here's why we're not being successful. So that's what I thought it was more.
Was Dunlap's stat line, was that just her being keyed up? I mean, her shooting seemed a little off.
Yeah, I thought she was off today. I didn't think she had a great day. I thought that she kept working her way through it. Whenever Victoria can get those steals there at half court in our half court defense, that lets me know she's keyed in and doing what she needs to do. And I just thought she missed some easy shots today. And it was first game, and so I thought she ended up with a pretty.
She still had 7 steals, 9
Yeah, and blocks, and she was doing other things. So that's Victoria, and there's going to be nights where she goes for 28 or 30 probably, because she's going to make some of those easy shots she missed. But I think I was really. You look at 10 for 12 from the free throw line, lets you know she was into it mentally. So I just think it was some missed shots.
What did you learn about the point guard situation? Are we any closer to?
Well, what I didn't do in this game, because I just thought we needed to get the experience, and I don't want to be overly critical of the point guards. They're trying hard. They're both inexperienced from the role they're trying to play. I did not move Adia over there. I think that might be something we look at, but I think it's too soon to do that right now. Learned that we're a little too much into trying to, run all the options instead of just going for the simple open player. And I thought Megan finally did that some in the second half. That pleased me. So I thought she got better as the game progressed. She's an awfully talented player. Missed a bunch of layups that I think she'll make. So I want Crystal to play better, certainly.
Matthew, as you get all that figured out, you look on the other end of the floor, I think they shot 24%, forced 36 turnovers. Is that something you now feel good about and can lean on while you're trying to figure out the offense?
Well, I think that's going to have to be something we need to be able to do. We're running a bunch of players in and out of there, so it's sort of a double-edged sword. As a coach, you get a little nervous that maybe there's not offensive cohesion, but then you start to see in the second half I hope a pattern is developing, and so in some games, it's going to be a big margin like that. In other games, maybe you're down 7 or 8, and you can wear them down and then push through and pull out a 3 or 4 point victory. I mean, that's sort of the thought process in that. And that's where I have to have discipline as a coach, really try to stay as calm as I can while trying to get them to play with some intensity. But I think that's something that we need to have our mind on developing.
Matthew, it seemed like the offense started to flow better once you started getting easy baskets off those turnovers. I mean, how important is defense to get the offense going?
That helps a lot, and it kind of gets you where you can extend the lead. I thought the offense was better when we were able to get Victoria inside. We were able to get Brittany Henderson and Sam involved. So I thought that's when it started clicking. And then obviously when you were creating steals and laying it up and back in the press again, that's discouraging the other team. So it's it helps a lot when you can still lay it up. You don't have to worry about throwing it in the post and missing the post and the point guard not doing what she needs to be doing. So it helps tremendously.
Matthew, you got a lot of freshmen on this team playing their first game. Pretty pleased with the performance of the freshmen?
Yeah, I think that was a product of a lot of our mistakes in the first half. You know, there's a very simple continuity offense we run, and Castine Evans is one of the smartest players we have, and has practiced very hard. And I know that she, you know, if you brought her in here in front of you all and had her diagram in place, you would know it. She just, you know, was freezing, was frozen over on the wing, and it bogged the offense down, things like that. I attribute to it being your first college basketball game. And Morehead State, listen, I thought they were very prepared. I thought they did a fantastic job sprinkling in some zone offense and kind of keeping us, zone defense, keeping us off balance in the first half. I tipped my hat to Morehead State. I thought they had them ready to play.
You got time for 2 more.
Speaking of Morehead State, do you have any comment on Coach Hodges and his staff, their outfit?
Well, I had to take my jacket off because I mean, what was I going to do? How terrible did my jacket look compared to Coach Hodges? So I just finally took the jacket off and you know, just tried to let that. I tried to take away, trying to compete with that jacket. I thought it was fantastic.
Last question? Anybody? All right, thank you. We'll have Coach Hodges and his jacket in here. And also, UK players will be after Christmas.
Thanks.